morning. What's up, you guys? How y'all doing today? Well, baby, if you are Kim Kardashian, you are having a busy weekend. One of it is cleaning up the mess you made from North. What am I talking about? Kim Kardashian is issuing statements telling everybody, you better never, ever, 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 ever speak about my daughter again, which honestly, I can't blame her. But Kim, you're the reason people are speaking up about your daughter. Just hold on. I'll explain in a second. Let's get into Kim's thing. Kim is fiercely defends her 12-year-old daughter, North's fake face tattoos and piercings, right? They said Kim has responded after her daughter Northwest's fake face tattoos and piercing received backlash online. Now, I'm going to have the TikTok playing over here. She shared a bold look on TikTok, sporting "Eek" consisting of a star under her right eye and her name written in cursive on her left cheek. She styled her long blue hair in braids and also rocked a faux septum ring and black grills over her teeth. Now, the funny thing is, when I first saw this, I said, are there rumors about Kim having a crush and dating Post Malone? Because that looked like Post Malone stuff. And you know how Kim likes to be like, look, they like you so much. Remember how everybody was kind of being like dirty, edgy, like white boy when she was dating Pete? And then I was thinking now that she might be dating Post Malone, or there might be something, maybe she's pushing North to it. But all jokes aside, right? One, okay, like I don't understand why kids, first of all, it's TikTok. Second of all, kids do stuff, they experiment, okay? Why is this such a big deal? So get this, the Daily Mail Australia showed a TikTok video with the headline Northwest 12s worries fans with new look, and Kim responded with a comment from the Kim and North joint account. Kim said, what did she say? She said, this is such a non-issue, with crying emojis, okay? Now, to be fair, fans also defended Northwest in the comments. One user writing, I'm about to give my commentary in a second because I have opinions. So glad social media wasn't around when I was going through my teen experimental discovering myself age. This is big news for unemployed childless people. Northwest is going through a preteen phase. She's a kid playing dress up with her friends. What's the problem? Anyway, all that stuff happened, okay? And North is getting a lot of support from her friends and the friends her mom got her, because I don't care what anybody says, unless somebody is either North's age or a couple of years older than North, all those friends are because of her mama. Nobody that is grown thinks a 12-year-old is so cool that they want to just sit there and be like, yeah, big up to you. You go, girl. Nobody is on a 12-year-old's account. Nobody is on a 12-year-old's account except for when they trying to cozy up to your billionaire mama and your grandmother owns modern media. Listen, this is right on the heels of North wearing that corset and stuff. Here's my opinion, right? And I'm just going to be real. First of all, anybody who's actually bullying a 12-year-old is sick in their head. Like, at the end of the day, North is a kid, right? She's a kid. She's going to experiment. She's going to have fun. Her mama's going to let her. See, here's the issue that Kim's having. And it's a bunch of issues. And there's multi-layer. And I blame Kim and Kanye for this. Kim has unambiguously black children. I know. The racial cake batter people are going to be like, she's mixed. Don't call her black. She's half white. Don't call her white. I get it. But to the world, if you don't know who she is, and she's walking in the mall for friends, you're going to say, look at that cute little black girl. All of Kim's kids are unambiguously black. All of them. And they're beautiful kids. But see, the issue is, I don't think Kim is prepared to parent an unambiguously black woman, little girl, and raise her to be a woman in today's day. Kim still vacations out in wherever it is, Iowa, Utah, wherever they have their time, which is one of the strongholds of the Aryan nation. And it is very alt-right leaning, and it's very religious and conservative Christian. But Kim takes her kids there every summer because it's the most beautiful place on earth. And Kim thinks that because this is the way Kim mind works, Kim doesn't care whether you're black, white, blue. As long as you got that green, baby, we can make everything sing, which is, I guess, a good way to happen. Kim is a classist. She wants to be among the elitists, but she doesn't care about skin color. And Kim assumes that everybody thinks like her. See, Kim doesn't realize that there are some people that will look at North and her skin color and treat her as a woman instead of a 12-year-old girl. She doesn't realize there's a whole media system, a whole society, a whole cultural system that she's actually supporting that objectifies and hypersexualizes little black girls. So that when you're 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, oh, you wanted it. Go cover it up. Why you dress like that? Instead of somebody, Taylor Swift can be a little girl and pretend like that till she's 35. Somebody that looks like North at 12 years old, you always have to be cognitive of the way, thank God, not all people, but the way some people will perceive you. And unfortunately, the way these some people are, they are in control of the media. They're in control of the courts. They're some of the people that are close to some of Kim's best friends. Black children are treated differently than when you're not. There is a hypersexualization, but there also goes into the thing of control, right? They want to control black bodies. And I don't want to hear, oh, not only, yeah, I know, but I'm just trying to say what's going on. They also want to control black bodies. So when North wants to do anything groundbreaking, she wants to do this, she wants to do that, they are going to come down on her like Kingdom Come and try to crush her. Now, Kim's job as a mother is to keep her focused. It's to balance the racism of and hatefulness of the very few and make sure she's aware of that, because in this world, being like, I don't see anything, that's going to make you sit and duck. See, the goal of to raise strong black children, I say that because I'm black, right? But I'm sure you could say this about, I don't know, right? I can't do a coming of age story for any other ethnic group, right? But especially in the world we live in now, Kim's job and Kanye's job as a father, but Kanye shirked that because half the time Kanye don't even like being black. But Kim's job as a mother is to, North cannot be ignorant to this, right? But Kim needs to protect her from the ignorant few while making sure she retains her youth-like happiness and innocence and guiding through the world. And in a perfect world, Kim's money would help do that. But see, Kim's money has a stopping point because we see now that people that might think you, me, them, they are an abomination because of the color of our skin, it's getting more and more powerful. So when you look at what's going on, it's the fact that Kanye didn't educate Kim, and Kim thinks her money can fix everything. But at the end of the day, there's a reason why a Paris Hilton, a Kim Kardashian could exist, but a Black China literally has been dragged through the mud of the media because she's stripped. When Paris and Kim got XXX tapes out there. There is a reason. It's not because they were so great or so exceptional. It's because Black China is unambiguously back. And even the same way the family reacted to Black China, right? Even the way their family reacted, Kim needs to be ready that there's going to be families that North wants to be a part of that's going to react the way Black China is. Again, not everybody, but as a mother of a Black child, and especially a mixed race child where the father is not around, you should have counselors. You should have people. You should have therapists. You should have a support group to help her navigate. And what she is experiencing, and she doesn't understand, is now that she is old enough, she is being put out there on the stage. I think she's too young, and this is what we were all worrying about. She's too young. It's not about whether North is beautiful. It's not about whether she's talented. It's protecting her from these people that seek to do her harm because of the color of her skin, and your money can't protect her. That's what's going on. There's also a second part going on. And what's that second part? From the beginning, when North was a baby, Kim and them always had North in grown people's business. She was at fashion shows when there's no fashion shows. She was like in adult magazines as a fashion icon. Kim and Kanye wanted North to be famous so bad. But the thing is, they never, to me at least, they never wanted it to be age-appropriate fairness. I can understand North taking over as the queen of Calabasas and the queen of, 8 to 16-year-olds. Or, well, no 16 is looking at a 12-year-old. But maybe 8 to 14 or 15-year-olds. I expect her to dominate in art. You come from two famous parents. Both parents want you to be famous. Both parents live off of fame. But see, where Kanye and Kim both messed up is, and even Kanye being like, I don't want my daughter dressed like that. Okay, but you still don't have a problem with her being in grown rooms. Why, when you were having your stupid little Lost Boys vampire things, your and factories with your weirdo Yeezy parties, and you know what happens at Yeezy parties. And there's girls that are naked with sushi on their bottle, and people are eating, like, the weirdo stuff that happens in Yeezy, the weirdo vibe that's in Yeezy. You had no problem, North, being around that. When she was around Marilyn Manson, ASAP, what's his name? I forget which ASAP it was. When you were when it was like in concerts, being around grown people. And Kanye's affinity, as soon as he hears somebody got some SA charges, he goes in a swoop. He wants to give a car away. He wants to do this. He's had North consistently since she was a little kid around MF and weirdos. And besides them being weirdos, grown people. And Kim was down with it. Even with Kim and Kanye, whenever there was a fashion magazine, they wanted North front and center. Whenever there was a fashion show, Paris Fashion Week, you got North on your hip. What is the point of this? I'll tell you. Kim and Kanye tried to make North a celebrity among people Generation X and millennials, which to me was insane. I remember saying it. Who the hell is taking fashion advice from a 12-year-old? You put her in magazines that 12-year-olds didn't read. You put her in spaces that little kids didn't care about and didn't go to. You tried to make her a celebrity to Gen X and millennials. Why? I don't know. Because what Gen X and millennial is looking at a little kid aside from being like, that's cute. Now, can you go? So because you put her out there with Gen X and millennials and try to hold her up and create some type of persona instead of keeping it age appropriate, now the Daily Mail is treating her as a celebrity, a debutante, if you will, that is known from millennials and Generation X. So now that you want them to keep North's name out of their mouth, which bring legal in, they 100% should. I'm not trying to defend them at all. Nobody should be talking about a 12-year-old, right? But my whole point is, when are we gonna have a conversation with your parents and say, why do you keep putting her in grown spaces? Be an icon, be a Disney star, be a pop star, be with the children's stuff. Because if you want her on the front page of every newspaper, and for Paris Fashion Week, for this, for that, with grown people caring about her, then grown people are going to start to get into her business. And North West is still super, super young. This isn't anything compared to the way they're going to be in her business when she gets a boyfriend, when she starts dating, when she does all these rites of passage that every kid not only does, but should do. They are going to be vicious. But it's not too late to start it. Take Northwest out of grown people's magazines, talk shows, fashion weeks, and let her go dominate little kid things. Isn't there a Disney convention or a Nickelodeon? Well, not Disney, but isn't there a convention or something she can go to? Isn't there a little kid show? Can't she start streaming to little kids? Get her out of media. Anyway, that's just my 2 cents. What y'all think of this? Good for Kim sticking up for North. Good for North, but again, both parents, God, pray for them. Anyway, y'all, let me know what you think in the comments. I'll talk to you later. Bye.